everybody, I'm Melissa for Cruise Shop Save. Thank you so much for joining us. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for all your comments, for your likes, for your thumbs up, and for subscribing. Please tell your friends and get people to subscribe even more. We're forming a community here. Obviously, no one is cruising at the moment, no one is traveling, so therefore no one is shopping in all these amazing destinations. So we thought we would bring you a little bit of that on this channel. So this next video is my really good friend Jason. Jason is very passionate about watches, and he has the most incredible watch selection. There's nothing he doesn't know about watches, and everyone should own a really good watch. Not an expensive watch, I didn't say expensive, a good watch. And Jason is the man to tell us all about it. Let's have a look at his watch collection.
Hi. Today being a Saturday, it would have been a sea day for me, and one of the things that I would have done on my ship cruising from Boston to Bermuda, because that's where I was scheduled to be, would be today. I would have been doing a watch seminar. I have an absolute incredible passion for timepieces, for their history, for their heritage, what they mean, and for their craftsmanship. I'm Jason for Cruise Shop Save, and I'm going to just give you a little insight into my passion for timepieces and what they actually physically mean to me. And I miss these educational seminars, gathering with like-minded people who are thirsty for knowledge, and I learned so much when I was doing it. I have here sitting on my desk at home in England, this is the watch that my nana gave to my papa on their wedding day. I also have my papa's Omega, that's in the bank, but I also have here the watch that my great-grandfather gave to my daddy on his 21st birthday. And for me, it's this sort of longevity that you get with timepieces and finely made things that you just don't get anymore. I mean, I'm recording this on the most wonderful modern technology, but the reality is the technology that I'm using to record on is already obsolete. This was a very, very expensive telephone appliance. It cost me well over $1,200 US, and within 6 months, its obsolescence was guaranteed. This is designed ultimately to become landfill. But the watches that I have sitting on my desk and the pieces that I have in my safety deposit box are incredible. I have my great-great-grandfather's pocket watch made in 1887, and the beautiful thing, they all still run. When was the last time we picked up anything designed to last for hundreds of years? And that's, for me, is the magic of the timepiece industry. Now, Switzerland has been at the fore of the watchmaking industry for hundreds of years, and we owe the origins of the Swiss watchmaking industry actually to the Calvinist religious reformation that swept through northern Europe, because up until this point in time, Switzerland, of course, was Roman Catholic, and Switzerland is a federation. It's a Confederation Helvetica made up of lots of tiny little states. They call them cantons in Switzerland. And in Geneva, they had the most incredible jewellery workshops. Now, you know me, if you've sailed with me before, if you've met me before, if you can see now, I just absolutely love jewellery and timepieces. And in Geneva, you had the world's finest craftsmen. They were manufacturing jewels for the royal courts of Europe. Up to 15 different royal courts had their jewellery made in Geneva. But all of a sudden, Switzerland became a Calvinist nation, and wearing anything other than a wedding ring was considered to be heretical. And at that point in time, you didn't really want to be considered a heretic because it was a rather fiery end. So they were allowed to make clocks. And this is the birth of the Swiss watchmaking industry, and it stretches along what we call the Watch Valley, and that's sort of from Schaffhausen in the north, the home of the incredible IWC, right the way down to Geneva in the south. And there are very, very few houses that do absolutely everything in-house. If a house does everything, if a watch brand does everything in-house, they are referred to as a manufacturer. That means they make everything, every tiny little screw and hairspring, it's all done in-house. Now, there are a number of different corporations in Switzerland that saved a lot of the illustrious Swiss brands that we know and love and our household names today, because in the late 70s and early 80s, a huge percentage of Switzerland's independent watch houses went bankrupt. They got caught sleeping by the digital revolution. And I sort of cringe when I see young people today with their fantastic digital watches on, and they think they're so incredibly trendy. To me, they sort of almost killed an industry that I was passionate about. But thank goodness Switzerland revived its watch industry. And for me, one of the finest houses that is a manufacturer, and one of the houses that I was proudest to talk about and refer my clients to as a personal shopper, was Maurice LaCroix. Maurice LaCroix are an independently owned manufacturer in Switzerland, and they produce some of the most incredible timepieces. They produce retrograde calendars. They produce incredible skeletonized movements. They produce some absolutely exquisite moon phase pieces. And the thing that really stands out for me is their incredible affordability. Now, you will see a link at the end of this video that will take you across to Maurice LaCroix, but what I really want to focus on is you have the opportunity now to buy something that will become an heirloom. If you haven't got heirlooms in your collection like I have, buying a fine timepiece is one of the most wonderful things that you can do for future generations. They're not going to want my mobile telephone. I mean, they already curl their lip. My godson, who I live with, he already curls his lip when he wants to use my phone. My phone's too old for him now, and it's only 2 years old. So that's the passion for me. It's the craftsmanship. It's the quality. And when you take your timepiece off, you can express all sorts of different things. But I mean, look at that. That is a mechanical 8-day power reserve. It just makes my heart skip a beat. It's designed to last hundreds of years. It's built. It takes over a year to manufacture something like this. A year on one piece. Designed to last forever. And that's why I'm so passionate about collections, and I'm particularly fond of manufacturers. And for me, Maurice LaCroix stands out in terms of their quality, in terms of their innovations, and their affordability. I've been Jason for Cruise Shop Save. I hope you've enjoyed this little look into the world of timepieces. Have a look down here for your links to Maurice LaCroix if you are interested. They're an incredible Swiss brand, and I look forward to seeing you back here. I'm going to hand you back over to Melissa now. I'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, Jason. Actually, I totally agree with you. Maurice LaCroix is one of the best watches out there, and it's not expensive. People don't realize that you don't have to spend a lot of money on a good watch. In fact, I'm wearing my Maurice LaCroix ladies watch. I got this, oh gosh, I want to say about 20 years ago, and I bought it at Majesty Jewelers in St. Martin on Front Street. Yes, from Ashok himself, the owner. So if you've ever been to St. Martin, you've ever been on a cruise and bought a watch tax and duty free, you know that it's very advantageous. The thing about shopping for great brands when you travel is that you're literally saving the tax and the duty. The prices are very much controlled by the brand, but you are always, if you go to an authorized retailer, you're going to save your tax and you're going to save your duty. Now, we've arranged for you to have a little bit of discount though. There's a link in this description taking you right to a website called Duty Free VIP. That's Duty Free VIP. I do recommend you subscribe. You're going to save money on this website, duties, and if you look, you can see there's Maurice LaCroix. If you use this link, you're going to get an extra 5% off at checkout. So take a look at the website, scroll through all the models, and get yourself a great deal and get yourself a great watch. Coming up next is another video by Jason, giving us all great advice about what to do with our watches when we're not wearing them, which, let's face it, is happening a lot these days. We're not traveling, we're not going to work in our office, we're not doing a lot of face-to-face meetings. So it's really important to take care of these amazing watches when we're not wearing them. Stay tuned.